How we doing? How we doing, everybody? Probably not great if you own tech stocks. I'm sorry. I own tech stocks and tech ETFs, so it's one of those days. Second time in a week we're having a day like today where just tech is getting slaughtered. Who wasn't in chat? Solar Up just commented about the divergence between the Qs and the diamonds and the SPY. Yeah, this is a chart of just of today and I guess of Friday too. Of the diamonds, the SPY, and the Qs. Look at the Qs today, down 1.66%, while the SPY is basically flat and the Dow Jones is up. Just some wicked divergence out there. Crazy how much red is on the screen if you're just looking at tech, right? If all you're looking at is tech, then you're seeing Microsoft down almost 2%, Google down 2.5%, Amazon down almost 3%, Tesla down 5.5%, Apple 2.5%, Visa, MasterCard are both down. Is there a semiconductor in the green today? I don't think so. Maybe IBM. Is IBM in the green? I think that's the only one. That's the only semi that's up. Maybe. Netflix is down. I mean, geez, guys. Every tech stock is down today. So what's up? So what's up then? Well, kind of like everything else in a way. Not biotech, but staples, energy, defensive, banks, utilities, industrials, metals. Metals have just kept on going. What if I just bring up U.S. Steel? Look at U.S. Steel today. Up another 8%. Why? Just because metals are hot. Every commodity is hot. Speaking of commodities, let's go to USO. Let's go to Moo. Agriculture. Actually, oh wow, actually down today. What else? GLD. SLV. Ooh, look at that silver move. Huh. I didn't see that till just now. Interesting. Matt Hammond saying Coinbase is up. Yeah, all right. there's one. They have earnings in a couple of days. So there's one. Maybe because Bitcoin's up. So who can say? All right. I have a special guest that I want to bring on here. This is a longtime friend of the show, friend of Benzinga, who is back in town after making the move to Texas. He lived in Michigan and then he moved to Texas, and now he's back, I guess, for a couple of days. And this guy's been at Benzinga longer than I have. He's been on the Benzinga radar. And a longtime friend of the company, friend of Joel's, myself, Jason, Luke, and he's a trader and investor. And I learned a lot from him over the years, and it's a pleasure to have him here. Matt Kolb, the man himself. Matt.
Oh my God, that is the greatest introduction I've ever had in my entire life.
You're welcome. You're welcome. This is what happens when I go a year and a half without seeing someone. I am effusive of them, and I praise them even if they don't necessarily deserve it.
I think I deserve it. We were in the trenches together. We've built a lot of great things over the years, and I don't think you knew a thing about stocks at all when you came over to Benzinga.
I knew nothing. Matt taught me a lot, guys. I knew diddly squat. And Matt told me a lot.
I just wish Joel and Dennis were right here so we could all kind of.
Well, Joel's going to be here. Joel's going to be here at 3:30.
Okay, cool. Maybe I'll jump back on.
Just say hi to Joel and then you can leave.
Okay.
Say hi to Joel and then you can leave. Joel does not know that you're going to be here.
Yeah. Well, when did IBM become a semiconductor? IBM it's not a semi. It's a tech stock, but it's not a semi.
Wait, did I say IBM?
You did.
I did. You're right. I apologize. You're right.
Yeah. Now Nutanix is up.
IBM semis. I apologize.
Nutanix, AOI on my screen. There's not many tech stocks up today. Actually, but a stock that I'm long in a big way, Polarity, PTE, had amazing data today. I've been locked and loaded for a while, praying this data would be good. It came out today, and it looks like the market really liked it. It was up 27% last time I looked at it. basically their press release says, and I have to do a little bit more digging, the standard of care for their skin to eat product was over 70% versus the standard of care in the 30s. So huge jump, small cap company, and they're working on a BLA. So they have some other exciting catalysts coming up. They got earnings coming up on Thursday, but this is one, I've lost a lot of money, made a lot of money, and I'm glad that the data came in, because if not, look out below. But it's one of the only biotechs I can see that are like really ripping it up pretty nicely today.
Yeah, Matt, I want to ask you, because if anyone's had a seesaw investing career, it's you. You've had some big wins and some big losses on numerous occasions.
Yeah, well, actually, no. I mean, big losses I could probably count on a hand. Like when I call big loss, like anything over, I don't like to lose.
Right.
So, I'll average in. Because I do a lot of fundamental work, which nobody probably does anymore. I will actually look at the balance sheet. I'll look at the customers. I do things that no one wants to do. I'll talk to the company. I speak with the company and the CEO here in this situation, obviously in Seago. I got everybody involved in Seago at $1.50.
Oh, guys, Matt Kolb was pounding the table. If only you knew, so hard. He got it seemed like every other person at Benzinga was invested in this stock, myself included. And are you still in or no?
I'm not. And that's gonna piss a lot of people off. I've told anyone that's asked me, but never publicly. I am looking at it again. I would be a big buyer, low sevens, I think. But the problem is here's what happened. COVID happened. They had a 4G bump. I was never involved in the stock for 4G. 5G has been pushed back a year, but it's going to start really ramping in the third quarter. So their first quarter was so-so. Their second quarter is going to be so-so, in my opinion. Third quarter is when the ramp happens. Problem is 4G dropped off so fast, where 5G is going to take some time to grow. They've signed T-Mobile. They have massive wins. Problem is, it's not like I thought it was going to be a 22 story for 5G, but because of millimeter wave, which it doesn't go through walls, and they need Qualcomm's, they need new innovations to make the technology work. So I was a little bit off there, and when I make a mistake, but then again, I sold out at close to the highs. So I knew that there was no way that it deserved that high of a valuation. Once Kramer pumps it, that's the time to get the hell out. And it allowed me to get out because there were so many crazy people, and obviously I was big. But I definitely like it. If you're looking for a 5G name, if you're looking to start a starter position, 760, I think we're getting closer to a bottom. I think 6, based off of all the wins and all the things they got going on, would be pretty nice.
And just so I'll show you where.
I'm there, but just not nearly what I was.
This is where this general window. I think it was around April last year is when I got out. I think it was somewhere around the first week of the month. Mm-hmm. And I'd been in it since 2019. So it was a good winner from you, Matt. Thanks for the gains.
Yeah, and my father, helped him retire early.
Oh, nice.
He just retired from Ford.
Nice. So you mentioned that that you do research and are fundamentals guy. You're a value guy.
Yep.
What has it been like for you? Because we just came off a year where fundamentals meant nothing.
Nothing. Yeah,
value meant nothing, and now we've completely reversed, where value is everything, and maybe fundamentals do matter. So I'm just curious what the past year was.
I hated 2020. I absolutely hated it. I couldn't put trades on. It didn't make sense to me. But now I'm seeing value, and I'm seeing a lot of value in some SPACs. I'm seeing a lot of value, and I hate it. I didn't trade a damn SPAC last year. Okay, and I'm finding good ones, finding good sponsors.
Such as
my biggest position right now in the SPAC world is SRNGU. You can do SRNG, which is without the warrant.
Right.
I'm in with the warrant. So it's trading rate at 10. These guys brought out both Skills and DraftKings, and they're the largest. They have like $1.7 billion. They raised the most. And there's a rumor that they're going to get Ginkgo, which is literally the hottest private company in the world. Bloomberg came out with the rumor about a month ago, to get them at $10. And if they sign Ginkgo at a good valuation, this thing is going ballistic. You have very little downside risk here. and I'm locked and loaded.
Wait. Oh, I thought Ackman PSTH had the largest.
They're the second largest.
Right, second.
If I said I meant to say they're one of the largest. I thought I did.
Okay. So this is a no deal SPAC, right?
Yep.
And
with a rumor.
And
they took DraftKings and Skills public. These guys.
Okay. Very interesting. So, what do you own other SPACs, or is this the only one that you're in?
I'm in a lot of other ones. And
are they all pre-deal? Or are they all no deal?
Well, one of them made an announcement. Humasite, AHAC. That's a Raznick favorite.
Never would have guessed you for a SPAC guy.
I'm not, but you got to understand. I'll tell you why I'm a SPAC guy.
What? Okay.
So it can't drop much below 10. There's the arb. If they turn down the deal, I can get my $10 back. So there's the value. Now I'm willing to. So I look at it as a cash alternative until they merge. So if you look at Vesper, I was long Vesper, VSPR. It's another one. They might have changed tickers already.
No, they didn't.
Okay. So as soon as you know that they're going to announce, Skin is the symbol. I don't know if it switched. Look at Skin. It might SKIN.
Oh yeah. Maybe today or something.
Yeah, it's about the de-SPAC. Yeah. So the reason why I love this company is everybody uses their. So I didn't tell many people this, but I was dealing with some fatigue and some health issues last year a little bit. I mean, maybe it was a little bit of COVID, but I'd go into this wellness place called Restore Hyper Wellness, and they have them all over the country. They have cryotherapy, oxygen therapy, compression technology, all this amazing things that you get out and you feel like you're a new man. And I just turned the big 40 last week, so that might have been part of it as well. But so their technology is utilized for the facial cryo, and all the women pay $200-300. The margins are insane. And so that's kind of how I like this one. When you know that they already pre-released, you can control your risk with SPACs, which I won't buy them at $15-16.
Well, you can at 10, at 10.50, not at 15 or 20.
Of course, I'm not buying them at 15 or 20. Right. So
well, a lot of people did though. So
well, I mean, I told them I was about to swear they were batshit crazy.
yeah, a lot of them were. A lot of the moves made no sense.
Yeah, okay. but that's going to help a lot of valuations going forward.
Sure.
For some of these companies. I mean, I'm looking at some private deals. I'm looking at all kinds of different stuff out there. We got some value, and this is my type of market where I can uncover value. I mean, I'll look at a name and there's all these. Anyone have any questions for me in the chat? I just saw the chat for the first time.
Oh yeah, there's the chat there. Solar Up wants to know how the SRNGU units or the warrants break down.
It's 1150. I'm trying to. It's either a quarter or a third. I'll have to look. I mean, it's been I've been involved for 3 months. I'm not in it for the warrant. I'm in it for the pop.
Yeah.
So we'll have to pull that one up. But I think it's a fourth of a warrant at 1150.
Okay. What was I about to ask you? Oh crap. Okay. So you're in some SPAC. Oh no, that's right. I was gonna say. You baked into your assumption to that SPAC, the SRNG was the reasonable valuation, which is of course a big unknown, right? Like Soaring Eagle.
But let me tell you something. The SPACs now have negotiating power. If they want to go public, it's very different. So I've been in a lot of these conversations with companies. I've gotten really familiar with this game. Okay. And the SPAC had all the power, and now the companies the companies had all the power. Now the SPACs have all the power.
Okay. Really?
So I mean, definitely.
Okay.
I don't want to relay too much information, but
no, God forbid you want to share the information.
Well, no. About specific situations, because obviously, I'm building positions. I'm doing my own research. Okay. I got to be careful. Okay. I already have a full position on an SRNGU. If you ask me about a stock, I'll tell you whether I'm in or not. I just don't want to.
Okay.
Blow it up there.
Billy James wants to know what your favorite OTC play is. Ooh.
Oh, you see.
Pandora's box here, Billy James.
Well, it's not Pandora's box. I don't trade OTC names. I thought
you did.
No. I only trade listed companies.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Because you got to understand, I have to. I take big positions. I'm 100% hedged. So how my fund, works, my trading works is if I take a big, huge position, I'm 100% hedged towards the IWM. So let's say I'm long skills today. Oh, I don't do that one. That's a bad one. Let's say I'm long SRNGU. I'm long that one. Okay. I'm also short the market. So I'm actually flat on the day because MDY is down 0.9. So I'm down 10 basis points instead of the full 1%.
Right.
So my whole goal, this is another reason. So like if the market goes down, I make money because this, those prices won't go down as much, under 10. So, but then if there's big news, I'll make money on the upside.
Got it. Okay, we talked about some growth stocks, but as I said, you're really a value guy. So what forget the SPACs for a minute. What value stocks are you in right now? Where do you find value?
All right. I know this is you're gonna hate this name.
Yep.
Nobody likes it, but I love it.
Okay.
This is a long-term play for me. I'm all in. It's a company called Yatra.
Oh, I know that one.
So India travel, right? The most COVID cases in the world. And obviously the stock has get absolutely blown to pieces. That's when I buy because India has the highest growth rates. Their business, when I talk to management and everybody else, was on fire prior to this last run of COVID. They're transforming their business into other SaaS related companies, not just travel. And nobody sees that. They've partnered with Amazon. No one's really recognized that. They've got like an ed tech business. They have a Concur business. So these businesses will all scale, and India travel will come back, right? You always want to buy these things. What we found when COVID was at its worst, right? And you have to look, like everyone's freaking out about the number of cases, but they have 4 times the amount of people, 5 times the amount of people that the United States have. So yeah, 400,000 COVID is like 100,000 here in America, which we had for every day pretty much.
So okay. So on the one hand, we've all been hunting for stocks that haven't come back, and this one is one. It hasn't come back. But on the other hand, let's zoom out a little further. Zoom out 4 or 5 years. Explain this now.
So it came out as a SPAC. So yeah,
really?
Yeah. That's what I heard just recently. And that's why, and like, I guess Intel, there was like some major holders, they all blew it up. They owned the majority of it, just kind of like what happened. So the same thing that happened to all these SPACs happened to this one.
Okay, but you're saying the business can turn it around?
Well, the business already started turning it around, and they're getting scale. India has the highest GDP growth rate in the entire world.
Yeah. Right.
So, people, you can't look at the short-term COVID when you're taking a long-term bet. I like to buy when everyone's selling.
Yeah. And we should say that too. You're really a long-term guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I'll swing, but
you'll put on a trade for like 3 years. Right.
Seagull was 4, but it went from 2 to 21. So, right. When you go so I take insane big positions after a lot of research. So yeah, I'll hold. I'm not worried. Like Yatra's down. I'm down. If you knew how much money I was down on Yatra today, you would be like, oh, I cannot believe it.
You're right. It's down 4% today.
And I don't even care, because I'll buy more or, as long as the thesis doesn't change, right? Now, if COVID starts being bad in India for another year, I'm in trouble.
Right.
But I don't believe that's the case.
Do you know what their market share is?
It's them and Make My Trip are the 2 players. They are number 1 in enterprise. So like if for business customers, they're number 1 and they're number 2. I don't have the exact numbers, what that is, but Make My Trip is the dominant for consumers. But for enterprises, and that's how they're able to cross-sell into these other SaaS businesses that they've built, which the market isn't seeing.
I gotta admit, this one fell off my radar. Forgot all about this one.
There's activist investors involved. There's a lot of. It's a tight float. So when the good news hits, this thing's going to go ballistic.
India e-commerce and.
Well, India e-travel and e-commerce. But
right. Travel and e-commerce. Yeah.
Yeah.
And look, how many times have we said, "Oh, but it's made all its gains back from COVID. It's come all the way back." Well, this one hasn't.
It hasn't even come close.
This one hasn't. This one pre-COVID was at high 3s, and we're below 2 right now.
If you look at the other travel stocks, they're in fuego.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So
TripAdvisor. The highs now. But,
yeah. But look,
although not Trivago, not TRVG.
Yeah.
That was,
My other largest value play. This is my largest position, personal position.
yeah.
Where so in my personal positions, I play in the small micro cap world, and the other stuff where I put big dollars amount. That's I have to buy bigger companies.
Sure.
I can't allocate the dollars that I can into
Sure.
this. So my largest position, and I might have mentioned this one to you, ACTG.
You have not mentioned Acacia.
Okay. So the book value on this one is easily $8 or $9 a share. So you're talking about you want something valuable.
What is the market cap? Oh, come on. This is so tiny.
That's what I buy. I buy tiny stuff.
Oh, all right. All right. Tell us more.
So basically they partnered with the best hedge fund in the world, Starboard. And so it's not going to be tiny. It's tiny now. Starboard has given them up to $2 billion in capital to acquire micro cap and small cap companies. Okay. And when that happens, it's no longer going to trade via book value. It's going to trade via a multiple. Does that make sense? So right now it's a publicly traded.
They have no assets now.
Well, no, they have a lot of assets. They own some of the hottest biotech assets in the world right now.
Okay.
Okay. And they're not valued. Like the value of this is actually worth a lot more. I mean, it should be up today because it's a value stock. It should not be down. Okay. I'm surprised it's down 6% because you could literally sell every asset today, $8 a share. Now there are warrants from Starboard, but Starboard, and you could look that up. They're Icon, they're considered the best of the best. They've partnered with ACTG to create a new asset class, is what I heard. So they want to be the next iteration of the SPAC, and they're going to start acquiring companies.
What is to stop this from going the same way as the SPAC in that they're put under the gun? Maybe there's no 2-year timeline, is what you're saying.
There's no timeline at all. Okay. They've been looking at a deal for a year. They're about to pick a deal, and then they ended up getting the biotech assets, which is why the stock went from 2 to 7.
Okay.
Okay. So this is my largest position.
It's a SPAC, but not a SPAC.
It's not a SPAC at all. You can't even
similar.
It's a publicly traded VC private equity company.
Got it.
It's like a Blackstone, but they're going to create a new asset class by rolling up companies. So let's say they bought. I mean, they could technically buy, Seeking Alpha or Benzinga, whatever, or any metals company, whatever they want to do. They're just picking up small companies, and they're going to roll them up. It's mostly going to be publicly traded from what I understand.
Okay. Here, somebody wants to say hi. Joel, look who I found today, Joel.
And you finally found someone more handsome than me.
Yeah.
What's going on, Kolb?
God, I miss you guys.
Yeah, well, you say that when you coming home. The Motor City misses you.
He's in the office right now.
Well, I'm in the office.
You're in the office?
Yeah, I'm in the office.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, I decided to come in and say hi to all the boys.
Oh man, I was wondering. I'm like, I didn't know if you were still in Houston, and I knew you'd be.
I am. No, I'm not so I'm just here on vacation. I surprised my mom for Mother's Day.
Nice.
My lease ends up in July. I might come out early. I have a whole program right there with my health and
that's important.
Yeah, no, just like it's just this restore. Like I got a girl. There's a lot of things.
Oh, Matt Cole.
Matt's got a girl.
No, it's just it's kind of.
No, you told me because I knew you'd be too cheap to pay for a mic like that and a setup like that.
Of course, why would I do that? I mean, I don't go on the media. I usually, I've decided so when you guys always, I wanted to stay behind the scenes. I didn't want anyone to know who I was. Now I just don't care. This market is so fucked up. Okay, sorry about the swearing. Like I am so disgusted by the crypto and everything else. The SEC.
Don't be an old fogey like me.
I know. I've turned into Joel.
An old doggy.
I've turned into Joel Elconin. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, Joel,
what do you think of the market here, Kolb? What do you think of the market here?
I think the market. Well, I think the crypto market needs to drop 90% plus. I feel like there's some value in some SPACs that have dropped to $10. I feel like there's some value in some of the software names right now.
Okay.
We're starting to get to my buy point.
What about, have you heard it's going to be a Enjoy? Have you heard of that?
What? Sorry, no. What?
Enjoy, I believe. It's it's someone's taking it. Let me see who it is.
ENJY, is that it?
Yeah. Have you heard of that one,
No.
Spencer?
No.
Who's taking them public?
Come on, SPAC man, Chris, help me out. Who's taking? I could Google it or put it.
Yeah, I should have it in front of me. Enjoy.
Not Google. I'm gonna go on Pro.
Ron Johnson's running it, and
Isn't that the Sears guy?
yeah,
That's a problem.
Yeah. No, JC Penney. JC Penney.
I know, but he messed up JC Penney.
Yeah, Sears, JC Penney, right? The same thing.
Same thing. Whatever.
No, I mean I'm trying to see.
Well, then who messed up Sears?
That was
that was your buddy.
That was Eddie Lampert.
Oh yes.
Marquee Rain Acquisition Corp.
What's the symbol? I don't know this one.
I don't know. What is Marquee Rain Acquisition Corp? Valuing Enjoy.
Mary Ralph Alpha Charlie.
All right. So the next time I come on the show, I promise I'll come back now. So like I said, I'm not staying behind the scenes anymore. I'm opening. I'm just gonna live my life, and I'm actually enjoying this. I went on Kenny Glick's show, so that was really my coming out party, and I was just crushing it. They love me. So
what about? I just want to ask you one thing, and I think this could be like a general, learning experience for people. So it's Seago.
We did talk about it a little bit.
Okay.
So I'm not really involved at all anymore. Obviously, I was a 5-year hold, but when Kramer pumps it up to $20, that's your signal to get out. And I got out via covered calls. I didn't think I was going to get out.
Ways.
Yeah. So
I just want to ask you because Dennis on the show talks about a lot of things that that he buys and sells, and he's talking about Penn. And he's like, well, if Penn ever gets back to 60, he bought it at 60, he sold it a little bit early. Don't you find when you go to the well, like you were on that at Seago for 5 years, right?
Yep.
And it finally got the move. Don't you find that when a stock has a run like that, and then it has a pullback, and you go to the well again,
you get crushed?
That's what I think. I think so too.
Everyone was begging me, 12, 13. Should I buy in Seago? I'm like, no. I was telling you on the show, $6, $7 would be where I would start a starter position, but I'd have to see inflection again because they benefited from COVID, which isn't coming back, right? So 5G will launch, but it's a year delayed. So, I mean, I got a thing from Digitimes today that orders are ramping big in the third and fourth quarter. So I will enter in Seago again, but I need the actual data to support it. And I bet, it's going to be 9 months, right, till I get back in, probably.
No, excellent, because I kind of feel the same thing. But
Penn has physical casinos. They have online, but that's going to be a drag and a lot of debt. Like if they were a pure play, like a online property, oh my God, I would load up. But you can't. I mean, with all those physical, debt and physical casinos, like people obviously eventually want. But I talk to everyone like I don't ever want to go back to the office. I don't want to leave. I think it's a different world we're in now.
I think so too. And we talked about, generational change in this market. I don't know who we had on, was it our guest on Friday? Earlier in the week, we had Eric Kroll that looks at the SPAC market or the IPO and SPAC markets. And I've said, there's a generational change going on here. What are you looking at? And he actually came up with an interesting thing. He said, the restaurant sector, because a lot of them are going down the tubes.
I heard Grand Trunk just shut down for good. I am just floored. That's been here since.
I found that out myself like a couple months ago when I was distraught.
What about what's that place we used to go for lunch? Someone told me it closed Lunchtime Global, but then
Lunchtime Global closed?
Matt, so you don't even know, man. It's so much.
This is why I can't come back to Detroit. Do you realize that? In Houston, man, we've been open party style since March.
I know.
April.
Joel, the first thing I said to Matt today was, I'm amazed that COVID didn't kill you. I'm amazed. God is like,
I was pretty. My mom made me pretty crazy. So even though, like, I was very careful. Like,
well, you were a little crazy to begin with, but that's okay.
Yeah, I've always been a little crazy.
I remember talking to you when you were in that Houston hotel, and like they were banging on the doors and stuff, and they were trying to get in the hotel, and you're like, I'm like, well, I'm glad I'm just at home, working at home. I'm not in the middle of all the chaos, but it's great to see you, Kolb. You look good, man. You look healthy.
I lost a lot of weight. I quit drinking, even though I started back up again on my 40th birthday. So I was 6 months sober, and then my birthday came, and everyone visited me in New Orleans, and I couldn't say no. I just tried, and it just didn't work. So I drank 2 days there, and I've drank 2 days since.
All right, Matt, before we let you go, someone wants to know what your Twitter is. I don't know if you want to give it out. If you want.
Yeah, of course. MSUMAK.
Okay.
MSU.
I'm putting it up on the screen. Putting it up on the screen just so everyone knows.
MSUMAK.
MSU Mac. Oh, I can't spell. That's not it. That's
Spartan Trader.
At MSU Mac. That's his handle. And
you could ask me. I hit my DMs up. I don't care. Like, seriously. I'll help. The smallest, like, I have guys that, like, Matt, you basically made my life. I mean, some of the stocks I've gave people, the guy that gave me his house in Scottsdale, he made so much money from Inseego and other of my plays. He bought the house with $1 million, and he named it Inseego.
Right. Named the house.
So, and he gave me the house for the whole week because, obviously I bought the house for him.
All right, Matt, it's a pleasure. I know
there's other names.
I know you have to hop, but we'll get you back on. If not, so
at least once a month. Maybe twice a month.
All right.
Wait. So how many hours do you guys go? It's 3 times, right?
No, we stream like all day.
It's really all day now.
More or less. We're going from 8 a.m. So tonight we got to show that at 8 p.m. So
that's got to be exhausting. I'm exhausted.
Yeah, you're exhausted after 20 minutes.
But I go all in. I'm like,
right.
And
all right, Matt. I know you have to hop and get home. So thank you for coming on. It's been a pleasure, man. And we will see you again very soon. Next time, not in a year and a half or 2 years. Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right. Thanks a lot, man.
Yeah.
All right. Take it easy, Kolb. Let's talk soon.
Joel, I told you it was a surprise and you would not be disappointed.
No, it's always great to see Kolb, man. I guess he's as close as an old timer at Benzinga as I'm going to find.
Hey, I qualify.
Not in age. I mean, yeah. No, you do. I think you and Bert and Brent and Luke are probably.
And Chubbs. Don't forget.
And Chubbs. Oh, yeah. Chubbs.
Yeah.
He has the hardest job of all. He has to edit my articles.
So. That's right. All right. Let's do the At the Close show, Joel. Why don't you bring up your charts for us if you can? All right. It is time for PreMarket Prep at the close.
Three consecutive highs, open, matched yesterday's low, and then once it took out there, that's all the breakout momentum traders needed.
All right, tech getting shellacked today.
Oh my lord! First of all, let me apologize for my voice here, guys. It's just
it don't sound great. I gotta be
honest. I feel great though.
You feel good? Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that 6 a.m. swim tomorrow, and I'll be ready to go.
Good.
Not a good day in the market. Not a horrible day. Never took out the pre-market high. Flirted with Friday's high. Just got weak at the end of the day, but folks, we got a great number on the downside to look forward to tomorrow. We'll discuss that on Tuesday's show bright and early at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this same channel. We have crude down 4 cents at 64.86. Really not a reaction to the pipeline hacking. Gold starting to fail here at the 1850 level. But still up 650 at 1837.80. Silver can hold 28. You talk about a whole number, 28.005. That was your high. Trading down now a nickel at what's that? 27.42. Another reversal in Bitcoin here. Bitcoin is down $1,630. Not gonna get my super bearish hat on here for Bitcoin, you Bitcoin traders out there. That will not happen until we breach the $53,000 level and settle it below it. Just a consolidation here, trying to break out, but 53K if you're trading that cryptocurrency overnight. And the futures, they're open most of the time on the weekend or during the week. Keep an eye on 53K.
Right, real fast. So that good level, was that in the Qs? Because
I got a good level in the SPOOs.
in the SPOOs. What about the QQQ?
QQQ.
Very interesting. Dare I call it a triple bottom? Is that what it is?
All right, let's see young Spencer stepping up with the technical terms.
Oh, there is no such thing.
There's no such thing as a triple bottom. Let's see. Doesn't look like it, does it? Nah, man. And look, the scary thing about that is, what if that area doesn't hold? Where are you gonna go? You have where are you gonna go? 310? I mean, there's a lot of air. A lot of times, and just going back, we talked about, the market was trying to make new all-time highs. It was trying to make new all-time highs, and we were saying, well, man, Apple has to help out. Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Facebook, they gotta participate, right? Tesla, they gotta participate, and they did. And then stubbornly, ahead of earnings, these stocks ran. Apple ran. Just ran into a brick wall. I hope people were listening to me about that 135 area. Microsoft, I still think I know you can't directly put in a dollar and cents, but I think this divorce thing is weighing on the issue as well. I mean, Amazon. How could Amazon give you any better report than it did? Peaked on that day. It's been straight down ever since. Couple days of consolidation. Google with the rare, what was it, a downgrade? Rare downgrade today. Yeah. Still hanging out above the earnings level. Facebook, I should have gotten down and dirty with Triple D today. He was gonna lean on that 313 bottom, and I was thinking, man, 313 is not gonna hold. I thought 310 would be a gap fill. Now, after that great earnings report, blew things away. Facebook is now trading below, folks, below where it was on earnings day. I don't think Elon Musk is going to be making any more appearances on Saturday Night Live. In fact, he might not even want them to show the rerun. That stock is down 6.5%. That's down $43. It's $629.15. Man, I sure hope. Is Raz okay? Have you been checking on him?
He's not here today, so I don't know.
Could you do me a favor? Could you take all the knives out of the kitchen? Could you do that? Because I hope he's selling, because, man, this thing is turned, and it has a date with 600, and hopefully it doesn't have a double date with that double monthly low at 540.
To anyone asking what is up or what is up with blank today, what's going on with blank today, it's the same thing. What's going on with solar is the same thing as what's going on with tech. It's all the same. Any growth stock is being punished, except for notable exception. I called this out this morning. If you're watching at around 9:30, 9:40, Peloton, Joel. Peloton's up 4.5% today.
How come this just doesn't look like it? How come that is not soothing to me? Why does that? I do not care. I have decided that I am now, because of the market volatility, I am now instituting weekly investment committee meetings.
Oh no!
Yeah.
And chat's going on Coinbase too, up 12%.
Ooh,
I don't mean that bad, man. I don't know.
Let's see, Coinbase. Yeah. If it was due for a bounce. We'll see how far that bounce can take it. Let's see. I mean, 50% would be a long way up. I mean, if you were being consistent in this stock and you were just, try to buy the daily low, wow, you couldn't have got in yesterday at 58.38. Maybe all the sellers are out. I'll tell you what might be a good sign here is the volume. Double the volume from Friday. So big volume on an up day. Coinbase. I mean, is it too early to draw a retracement in here, Spencer?
It's a little early,
So?
especially in this market. It's a little early. But yeah, all right, chat pointing it out. I was being a little bit facetious. There are some growth stocks up today. eBay's up today. Arrival's up today. Wayfair's up today. We mentioned Coinbase and Peloton. So there are some stocks in the green. It just doesn't feel like it. But
what about just the whooping of the day?
Trade Desk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Look at that. See, folks, I know we were trying to pick bottoms when I was on the show, and that was definitely the wrong thing to do. But sometimes you just have to look at the monthlies. If you think you're getting a deal on something, take a look at the monthlies and see where the vacuums are. When they cut through the monthly lows like this stock did, it's just think about this. What if you're long at 200 and you didn't sell it at 920 and it's still at 500? It's still double. You have to think about where people are long beside yourself. Also, you have to think about the bag holders here. A lot of people trying to buy this on the dip, and now there's no dip. I mean, that was such a there's nothing illegal what the company did, but you come out, you announce a 10-for-1 stock split.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't you have to know how wait, we're losing some altitude here, folks, in the S&Ps. What is going on here? Do we get news me?
We're just about at the low of the session, but we're not quite there. So I wouldn't say we
just dropped 10 points, Spencer.
Yeah, I see a slight buying balance. That was from a few minutes ago.
Oh, sold to you.
Yeah, that's not going to hold.
Yeah, 4201.
No, the rocket launch was from a few minutes ago.
A couple
rocket launch from Gaza. That was from a few minutes ago. I don't think that is going to do it just now. But
when we talked about this, I mean, there's always rockets going off in Israel, right from the Gaza Strip. But Spencer, and I did mention that this morning, right? And also a ransomware, attack on a pipeline. Oh, that's no big deal. But and I talked about this a while ago. Wars, chaos. And also and I guess people are finally paying attention that China, just dropped a few rockets out of the sky onto our territory here. Value stocks are too high, but growth keeps on dropping. Where do you go?
That's the question. Who was it? I want to give Daniel. Was it Daniel?
You want to know where you go?
Daniel,
you guys are probably going to tune me out after this and never listen.
Okay.
Here's a stock I've been buying. AT&T.
Get that fat dividend.
I got it. Yep. I got some downside protection. I just want to make 5-6%. I don't know. I mean, maybe I have I'm not in doggy coin or these other things. If I can grow my portfolio 5 to 10% a year, every year for the past 25, 30 years, that's what I want. And I don't know where to go. And I look at this stock. I thought about Verizon too. I don't know. I mean, dividend cut, and I'm going to be in that good shape. But I just think people are going to be hungry for yield. The stock hasn't left the station yet. Also, you have, I think HBO. I mean, out of all these things, and I'm just being conservative here, folks. Like Dennis talks, he's like X amount of cash. And I could be like 120% cash at some point. It's just times to be conservative in the market, and there's time to take more risk. You have to stick with your investment approach and find out or determine where you are at in your investment horizon.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have. I saw some things. Demographics for Benzinga are 24 to 35. You know what? Maybe maybe listen to the pre-market prep and at the close show. Maybe we're not the right demographic for you. Maybe you need be on some other channels, because we're not going to tell you things that are going to get you, rich overnight and have these big returns.
Yeah.
Been in markets for several years, and slow and steady wins the race. So it's boring. It's boring.
I completely agree. I could not agree more.
New low in the S&P. You know what? I'm going to reveal my number now, because they just took it out, and I was hoping they would take it out overnight.
What?
And I thought we might have a double bottom. Friday's low, 91.75. And I didn't even put it officially in my log that the low of the day was going to be 91 even. And I didn't print it out yet, but I thought that was going to hold, little double bottom, pop it up overnight, maybe sell into some strength. But it's still a good area, 41.90. So there you go. You guys got a little tidbit for tomorrow's show.
Yeah, I mean, Daniel asked a great question. Value is too high. Growth can't catch a bid. Where do you go? Joel's saying maybe go for some income, maybe go for some REITs, some dividends. It's a great question. There is no right answer. But
the REITs scare me. The office REITs scare me. I mean, I didn't
say it had to be an office REIT. Jeez.
Yeah. I mean, housing, what's Zillow doing? If I'm going to buy growth stock, it's going to be Zillow. That's what it's going to be.
Yeah. Well, all right.
Yeah. I mean, I'm following Gene on this one, and he's been right a lot more than he's been wrong. He just thinks that that's the future of the housing market, but it got plowed on earnings. I don't know. I mean, the whole interest rate thing too, and now that's like even a bigger mess with the jobs number, right? So now it looks like wow, another leg down here, folks. 41.89, currently trading down 37 handles. Just to give you an idea, where's our leadership here? What 6 stocks make up 25% of the index? Apple. Okay, put these on your screen. That's down 2.3%. Microsoft, that's trading down. How much is Microsoft? Microsoft trading down 1.7. Amazon trading down 3%. Google trading down 2.29. Facebook trading down 4%. Tesla trading down 6.5%. With all those stocks in the red, I mean, chances are it's going to be hard to hold rallies, and that's what you're seeing today. Losing some major leadership in the market as we speak in today's session.
And it's worth pointing out this is the second time in a week, right? Because if you go back to last Tuesday? I feel like we just went through this last Tuesday.
Yeah, we had the Fed meeting and AEO Finance. I didn't say AT&T to the moon. I could care less if AT&T is at $32
forever,
5 years from now. Show me the money, baby.
Joel's getting paid.
Pay me, baby. Put that money in my account.
Yeah,
and just don't cut the dividend, and and the only thing too, don't buy anybody else. Don't buy anything.
See, okay, that's how they got in trouble the first time.
Exactly. Don't buy anything. That would be another leg down here in the S&Ps. Now it's starting to get serious here, folks. I was just playing around at first, but now we're really losing. 87 even goes. 86.5 is the low. Man, see, that's what happens when you put your numbers in before the show starts and you think you know more than the market. Should wait till it closes. We're in an open area here, folks, and the next daily level you have is, you don't want to hear it, 41.40, and last week's low was 41.20. Do I reinvest dividends or do I cash out, baby? Just reinvest the dividends.
That's a great question, Leslie.
What do I need it for? I know Dennis poo-poos that strategy, but you know what? Dennis might be looking for some dividend-paying stocks too. I mean, reinvest them. Buy it,
That's a great question. It really is a great question because it depends. Do you need the cash or no?
I have way too much cash.
They-
Chilled Monkey,
Yeah.
tell Joel to have a whiskey, honey. Forgot the tea. You got to have whiskey with honey and hot tea is the combination on that. And you know what else I do? I
Yeah.
squeeze a lemon in there. That's what I do when I get really a hoarse voice and get really sick. That's the best the best combination for a sore throat. But I'll be better. I think I'll be better tomorrow.
There we go. That's what we want to hear. I'm looking for sectors that are holding up relative, and it is difficult. Okay, the XLY low of the day, the XLP, the staples coming off its highs here. Energy off its highs. Low, is that a low of the day? Yes, it is. Banks, XLF coming down here. XLV low of the day. Industrials low of the day. Materials low of the day. Real estate. Not quite low today. Utilities are okay. I guess utilities and real estate are okay right now, but there's not much. There's not much in the way of leadership out there right now. So this is what happens.
Okay. All right. What do we got here? We got 3 minutes left.
Let's take some questions from chat. If you have any tickers on your radar, drop them in. We'll take a look. As I mentioned this morning, we still are in earnings season here. So,
Andrew, did you see my tweet from the Tulip Festival?
Here, you want me to pull it up?
Yeah, pull it up.
All right. Let's go to Twitter. Find booze. I will admit I thought this was clever. I don't think all of Joel's tweets are clever, but
oh boy, another leg down. And I know everyone's gonna really laugh at me at this, but I'm just not just not that tech savvy. But did you know that you could like edit and crop pictures on your iPhone that you take?
Yeah.
Did you knew that?
Yeah.
Because I took the picture and I was getting ready to do the tweet, and Lisa was like, "Can I crop all the people out that you?" And I'm like, "You can't do that on your phone." And she did. She did. Oh my gosh. Now I'm just having this karma here. I went to the Tula Fest. It was beautiful. It was fun. It was crowded. If you have a chance, go to Holland, Michigan. Absolutely gorgeous town there. Wasn't thrilled with the lunch I had, but Lisa says I'm really picky anyways. But beautiful downtown Holland. You finding that tweet there of the Tulip Festival?
I had it up. There we go.
Let me see. There it is. Full bloom at the Hollop Tulip Festival. When will Doggy Coin do the same? And it just so happened to make its all-time high and sell off during the Saturday Night Live shows. So, all right, we got a minute and a half. I said I was going to do tickers. Let's do a ticker or two.
Yeah, Daniel. Maybe Joel was yelling too much at what is it? Is it Medina
Spirit?
The Spirit? Yeah. I don't know.
You know what? I'm not surprised with something like that, and it makes me sad about the horse racing industry. And it's something my dad told me in the 1980s. You know, he didn't want to get involved in chemical warfare, and it's bad. And you know what? Also, I'm just kicking myself all the way to Alabama here. How could this be good for Churchill Downs?
That's a new one. Never
heard how could this be good for Donkey Kong? You know, I know you guys are looking to back up the truck on these things. I just don't. I think this whole gambling thing is.
I never said that. I just said that I feel like you are just too structurally bearish on the whole sector. I didn't say back up the truck on DraftKings or Penn, but I'm just saying there's no reason to be as bearish as you. But for the moment, there is, because frankly, we are closed, and whether you're looking at DraftKings or whether you're looking at the SPY or the Qs, there was very little
trade desk. Where did trade desk end up?
I mean, even the Dow, the almighty Dow, just closed down.
You know what? It's so crazy because Dennis texted me, and he said something about this market's scaring me. And I said, you would think with what time was this at? This was at, I should start giving you guys intraday updates. At 11:19, with the top 6 components in the index down from 1% to 5%, you would think we would be down at least a couple hundred points. Nope, rotation has the Dow up 270 and the SPOOs were flat at the time. Now the SPOOs are down 44 and the Dow ends up down 120. So keep your eye on your leaders. We are continuing to lose altitude here. We are going to have a wild show tomorrow, folks. Stay tuned.
Yeah. All right, Joel, have a great night. Try to drink some.
I'm gonna get that. That whiskey and tea. I like that. I know it's a Monday, but I think I'm gonna have to go for it.
All right. See you tomorrow. All right. One of those days, everyone. One of those days. I want to bring on my friend Zune. Normally, I would have Edwin Dorsey from the Bear Cave on to give us a recap of what happened in short seller land from the previous week, but Edwin asked if he can do it tomorrow. I said, cool. So Edwin will be on tomorrow at 4:00. But right now, I'm going to bring on Zunaid, my boy, and we're going to just talk through some earnings headlines as they come. We've got Roblox, we've got Virgin Galactic, Novavax, Win, so 3D Systems. So a couple interesting names today. Zunaid, I almost hate to ask this, but like, how you doing today?
Bleeding.
Yeah.
Bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
But no real skin in the game for earnings report except lots. That's the only one that I have in position in. Everything else, we'll see what happens. But today, yeah, I'm bleeding. We're eating ramen tonight.
You're eating ramen tonight. Yeah. These are the days, and again, I have a longer term point of view, but these are the days where I just do not look at my portfolio. Like I don't look. I'm sure it's bad. I know it's bad. Okay. I don't need to look to see how bad it is. I know. Okay. Yeah. I've got a lot of growth. I've got a Kathy fund. I've got esports. I've got cybersecurity. I've got Chinese internet. Like I know I don't need to look to see that it's bad. So
yeah, at least you had like a phenomenal 2020 and early part of 2021, right? At least you loaded the boat, if you will. So you're okay. You're fine.
Yeah. All right. Zunaid, we got some earnings here.
We do.
Well, this is interesting. Okay, so let's bring up the pro. I got some headlines pouring in, and I'm going to go in chronological order. And I'm just going to start with the Vuzix, VUZI, which is out. EPS is smidge below the estimate. Sales smidge above the estimate. They talked about the acceleration of their business in the healthcare, manufacturing, and field service industries. So VUZI, where's my chart? Let's get
going to the downside.
Well, let's get up a better. Yeah, let's figure out a better system to do this here. So I'm going to get a news feed up, and I'm going to get a chart up on the right. That's what we're going to do. News feed on the left, chart on the right, and we'll be able to see this stuff. Okay, so VUZI. All right. VUZI. How we doing? 1 minute chart. Okay. Early not great. Shocker. It's a growth stock. So what are they going to say? But yeah, down after hours. Okay. What about Win here? This is an interesting headline. Win just said they're going to spin out Win Interactive.
Wow.
I don't know what Win Interactive is.
I don't know what that is, but I'm going to look it up while you...
I know that Wall Street loves spinoffs because it means cash. So Win Interactive is their online... It looks like just their online gaming company.
Yeah, it looks like it's where players can win together. Interactive offers players the opportunity to share the... Yeah.
So Win is the mobile and online sports betting option that it owns like WinBet. And so it looks like Win, the company Win, is going to be brick and mortar traditional gaming at casino.
Not a fan of that.
And they're going to spin off their digital assets into a separate publicly traded company that I'm assuming, see, here we go. When current shareholders will retain approximately 79% ownership of the combined company. So if you own Win, you're gonna have exposure to this new stock.
So it reminds me of what eBay did back in the day with PayPal. They spun it off because they knew that PayPal had so much potential, but eBay itself was holding it back, and now you've seen PayPal just flourish. So that's what this reminds me of.
Yeah. Well, this is like a low key, kind of an easy way to like unlock growth.
Yes.
Is like spinning off, because like you see this all the time with companies like AT&T as an example. Like if AT&T were to like just spin off like HBO, it would probably trade at a huge premium.
Yeah.
But right, and you see this a lot of times with companies that are like massively diverse and have like one or two growth assets that don't really do anything because the stock is weighed down by all the other stuff.
Right.
And this is like a low key way to unlock the premium, is just like spin off some growth asset into its own thing, retain a majority ownership or retain a good percentage of the ownership, so you still get the exposure. So your original shareholders still get the exposure to the new company, and then you sort of let the thing go. With now growth is at a favor now, so timing maybe isn't great.
Yeah,
but that's what this reminds me of. Like eBay, PayPal is interesting. There have been a few over the years. This reminds me maybe of Dell has done this several times actually.
Yeah, they have.
So interesting.
You've got.
So
it looks
also,
like Space is out as well.
Yeah, all right. When also reported, EPS missed, sales brutal for win. Okay, enough on that. We'll get back there in a little bit. What about, you said Space is out?
So Space should be out. I see a little bit of volatility.
Revenue of $1,000 last quarter. Let's see.
Did you say revenues of $1,000?
What is that? Yeah, because they don't have revenue in this company, right?
I mean, at that point, you might as well just say zero. That's kind of funny.
Well, I thought they didn't have revenue. I could be wrong.
That's just funny.
Oh, okay. So they do have revenue. So they lost $130 million last quarter. Wait, do they have sales? I'm
looking at it with you. I don't think so.
Company has no sales. Okay. See, I thought that. Okay.
You got people in the chat that are also hoping for lots. I'm with you, James. You, me, and all of Atlas, if they're still holding on to it.
Oh God. Okay. What about? Wait.
You've got Roblox that the fans might be interested in.
Yeah, is that out?
Yeah, it looks like it. You've got a bit of an upside wick.
Go there. Well, let's go to RBLX EPS. Dude, what's going on with my? Hold on a second. I keep getting booted from my Benzinga Pro. 1 second. I have to log back in.
This is why you don't share password, kids.
I don't even know my password. I don't even know my password. Hold on. I gotta get back in. How do I do that? I don't. Shoot. Is this right? No.
Well, while you're doing that, I'll just put some commentary out there. It looks like Win still to the downside. Space is to the downside. Roblox.
All right, I'm back in.
You're back in? Okay, cool.
All right. Roblox out. EPS 46-cent loss for 44-cent loss estimate. Sales. Look at that. They got revenue. Unlike some companies that I know. Revenue of $386 million, up from $161 million a year ago. Let's see how those compare to estimates. So we got 46-cent loss, $386 million on the revenue. 46-cent loss is well below the estimate. Revenue also well below the estimate, which is in the $500 million range. So, and they were at 386. Oh, big sales miss for Roblox. Average daily active users up almost 80% year over year to over 42 million.
Is this their first report?
Yes.
Okay, it is.
Average bookings per daily active user up 46% year over year. That's a big sales miss, though, unless there's some adjustment there. Unless our data is wonky, but
that is a pretty big one. I'm trying to see what else is moving around. Nothing too crazy going on today.
Smile Direct Club, were they even on the schedule?
Let's see.
They weren't. I didn't even see them. Were they on my schedule?
I don't think it was in the graphic, but I think they might be reporting.
Well, they're out. So.
Oh, there you go. Because I'm looking at the chart. It looks like you had a little bit of a wick.
Okay. Wait. What are you in? You said you're in
Lots, LOTZ.
LOTZ car lots. Yeah, this is Luke Jacoby, I think, is in this as well. I am certainly not.
Come on.
Right.
If
So,
Luke makes a payday on this, he needs to pay for Wingstop.
oh god, haven't had Wingstop in like 3 weeks. It's been the best 3 weeks of my life. What about Plug Power? Oh god, I almost want to bring this up. This chart looks disgusting. Let's just go to a weekly on this. Look at that. Oh, horrendous. They
Oof.
Wait, what is this?
From the highs of 75 to the 19s, 20s. Ugh.
Wait a minute. Plug Power's 10Q is delayed? Are they restating their 10Q? But we have numbers out. This is confusing. Let's go to the press release thing and let's go to Plug.
Market might be confused too because it took a little bit of a dip and came right back to the upside.
Plug Power provides business update. Yes. What is the business update? Oh, this was from the. Okay. Remember they had that accounting screw up. This was from a while ago.
I was gonna say I don't remember that recently. Yeah.
No, it was from. Was it this year? Chad, help me out. I'm pretty sure it was this year. I thought it was Plug, unless I'm confusing Plug with somebody else.
I'm not sure, but you've got Plug coming back a little bit, and you've got Roblox.
Yeah. This is right. I remember this. It was from March. Okay, they had to restate their. Yeah. Okay, remember this, guys? They had to They came out in March. They said that there was an accounting screw up, and they had to restate their statements for 2018 and 2019 for the whole year.
Oh wow!
And then some quarters in between in 19 and 20. So it looks like okay. So that's what this is. That or I guess they're saying that they're filed to extend the filing date for the current quarter as they fix the screw ups in the previous quarters and previous years. So okay, that makes a little more sense now. I'd forgotten that they had said that there was a screw up in the numbers for like 2 whole years there. Okay, so back to other stocks.
I can't imagine being the person who screwed it up for 2 years. Pretty sure they're not the company anymore.
Yeah, well, over 2 years, like 2.5 years. So
yeah.
Progressive small buyback, 25 million shares. PGR up on that.
Are you personally in anything that's reporting today? Do you have any insight on?
No, nothing that's reporting. Wait, today? No, not today. I only own like 7 stocks, so
I gotcha.
7 or 8.
Gotcha.
So no, but I am in Disney, and they report on Thursday.
They are after, yeah. They're later this week.
Yeah, they're on Thursday. So
we talked about Disney. Who was it that reported? We talked about Disney because Netflix had lost quite a few, or they didn't lose, but they didn't have new subs as much as the market would have liked. And that's why we had talked about Disney.
Wait, hold on. I may be really stupid. Jackson Bray. Is Curaleaf reporting today? Jackson? Curaleaf reporting? Yep. Okay. I take that back. I do own a stock that's reporting today.
There we go.
And I didn't even know. I didn't even know.
That's when you know you're a long-term investor. You're just like, yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah, no, exactly right.
It'll be perfectly fine.
I'm so long-term, I had no idea. Like, Curaleaf was on the schedule for today. All right. Well, sometime along this one. Let's see how they did. Let's look at this column. Q1 21 versus Q1 20. Okay. Look at these numbers in the far right column. Revenue up big.
Oof.
Profit up big. EBITDA up nicely. Earnings call on 5. I may want to listen to that.
I love that the Benzinga platform just makes it all green, easy to read. I love it.
Yeah. Very nice.
It makes your life easy.
Makes my life way easier. Okay. So Curaleaf reported. No, I don't pay attention to the stock now because it's after hours and there's really no market for these OTC stocks after hours, so don't care. But props to my guys over at Curaleaf. Nice job. Nice job. All right. Back to other stocks that people care about. Yeah, what's
I'm
up?
looking around. I don't see anything too crazy unless the chat wants to help us out.
Well, here, what else? What else? We still haven't heard from. Oh, I didn't look at Novavax. Let's do that now, and then I think that might be it as far as.
And I do want to update the chat. I will not be eating ramen tonight. I will be eating salt as lots to the downside.
Just now.
Yeah.
All right, Novavax, miss, sales beat, stock down, LOTZ, are lots. They're out. All right.
Yeah, nothing too crazy. I mean, it's a little bit to the downside, but it's not like, oh my God.
All right. Record revenue and retail unit sales. All right. Record revenue. Retail unit sales up 76% year over year. Let's see. Any other announcements low key buried in the. Hey, okay. We got some numbers compared to the guidance. Okay. Let's take a look see for you.
Yeah, James and I need to know what's going on.
All right. Retail units. Okay. So they make this pretty easy. So retail gross profit per unit came in below their own guidance. They met their own guidance on gross profit. They beat their guidance on revenue and on retail units sold, and they're confirming their previous guidance for the year with a couple of exceptions. Wow, they make this very easy to understand. Not every company does this, guys. There is a huge variance in the clarity of press releases from companies. Some of them make it really difficult. Some of them make it really easy. This is really easy to follow. So thanks, props to these guys. They're raising their guidance on. I don't care about that. Never mind. Okay, so pretty much no change for their guidance for the year. Looks like for the Q1 they came in above estimates on retail units sold and net revenue, and they met the estimates, their own estimates on profit. So let's go back to the chart here if we can. LOT Zebra is down after it. Oh, it's down like 20 cents. Right?
Yeah. It's one of those things where like dollar wise, it's not that much. Percentage wise, it's like a little more than 10%, I think.
Well, we're down 50 cents and change.
Yeah.
And that's just something that I'm missing. That's a feature of scumbag companies. That's right. That's right. It's HYY, HWYs. That's it. That's scumbag companies make it hard to understand. What's going on here? So
Roblox did end up going after our high. It's at 67.30 now.
So the loss widened a lot, right? They lost $15 million last quarter versus a $1.5 million loss a year ago. So that's super interesting. I don't know why.
You're looking at Roblox, or are you looking at lots still?
I'm back to the lots.
Yeah,
because it kept on falling, so I wanted to go back to it.
Yeah. Oh man, it is falling.
What I don't really know much about this stock. What kind of stock is this? Is it like what was this? This was a SPAC, right?
Yes, it was a SPAC.
All right.
I had it. I sold it around 10s when it broke support. Then I got right back in today. I was like a lotto play, and it's not looking pretty.
No,
but it just went ahead and took even more of a dip here, though.
So we're at an all-time low now because the all-time low was 641.
Yeah,
so we're at an all-time low. So all right. I mean, pour one out. RIP.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if Jason will give me a raise in advance as well.
In advance may be more appropriate, I think.
No, but I mean, this is this is what it is.
Oh, look at Win. Win rebounded all the way. Win in the green. Win in the green for after hours. I told you, spin-offs are generally considered good.
They had some unusual options activity, which is why I was surprised it was down. They were purchasing the 129s at an hour before the close, and they spent about $150,000 on it. So I was a little surprised that it was down after hours. But again,
I don't. I just my take is I don't love unusual options activity. Some people
really, you and I are going to duke it out.
Some people love it.
I do.
and it works for them. And I've never really been a fan because I never understood how you can derive any signal, because for every buyer there's a seller and vice versa.
So yes and no, right? If you want, I can spend 10 seconds on it.
Yeah, go, please.
So pretty much, say if I'm buying and I'm saying, hey, Luke, Mitch, Jason, I want 10,000 pens and I want it now, right? So you'll see the quantity of it going quite up. And if it's like a block trade where it's just like, hey, I want it at this price and that's pretty much it, versus like, hey, I need it and I need it now. And you see two things. Two things have to happen for you to know which direction they're leaning towards.
They're going to
the spot price. Well, so sweep, yes. It has to be multiple exchanges because it's like, hey, I don't care what the price is. I want it now. But two things. The spot price has to go up. So the stock price has to go from $1 to $1.03. It has to be more expensive for you to get in the stock. That's one thing. Okay. Two, the options price has to go up as well. So it has to be more expensive for you to get what you want, right? Because the market makers or whatever, they're trying to hedge their delta or whatever. So they're making it more and more expensive for the person buying and the people that are trying to follow them to make it more and more expensive. So to recap, spot price has to go up, options price has to go up, and that's how I interpret it as a buy. And then, of course, a last thing before we stop, take a look at the open interest at market close, and then the next morning keep track of it to see if they're in and out of their position already or not.
Okay, I guess I see that. I guess it's a lot like block trades. It is block trades, but for options. In a sense.
Yeah, it's kind of like dark pool prints, right? It's like, hey, at this level, this happened. How did the stock react afterwards?
Yeah.
So it's not like a buy signal. It's like, hey, here's the information. Then you do whatever else you got to do with your research, and then you make it happen.
All right. If my life is any indicator, then I should have known this was coming, because Callaway Golf just raised their guidance for the year. They just came out with a massive beat. This is ELY up on the screen. Huge beat. In the first quarter, 62 cents EPS versus 14-cent estimate. Sales of 652 versus 561 million dollars. So massive beats on the top line and the bottom line for Callaway last quarter. And the reason I mentioned my own life is because I spent half of Saturday. Oh, I should have known this, because I spent a half of Saturday driving. I'm not kidding. I spent a half of Saturday driving around trying to find a left-handed driver. Okay.
What?
And I went to 3 different stores, and I called 8 stores total.
Yeah.
And everybody was either out of stock completely, or they had one left, and it was like $500. I was like, I'm not paying $500 for a driver.
Of course.
I was able to find one finally after literally hours of looking for a driver. And I had no idea that it was going to be such a pain in the ass, but it was a gigantic pain in the butt. So I guess I should have known by that indicator that demand was high. God damn, I feel like an idiot right now.
That's okay. That's okay. And yeah, hey, listen.
So stupid.
I gotta give a little shout, if you will, or a comment to PH. You can't tell me lots is coming back when it's still below 6. It is technically coming back. You're not wrong, but you can't get me excited and tease me like it's back up to the $7 range.
God, I feel so stupid right now. Why did I buy Eli today? Oh,
you need to go back through your vacation and see if there are any other sectors or habits that you believe will blow up. If you and your family or anyone else went to Disney, that might be a signal to add to your position. I don't know.
Damn, I only did it because all right. So I'm going like golfing, and I've never golfed before in my life.
Yeah.
So I had to like go by, because I had to go to the range, because I was like, I need to like learn how to hit a golf ball for real.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I started doing, and it was like a whole thing. I was in the car for like an hour and a half because I was just driving around places. It was like a whole thing. But damn, Eli, Callaway Golf, huge beat. Top Golf beat estimates. Their legacy business exceeded the 2019 levels. Damn, that's just a tremendous quarter. Ruel is asking if lots beat. No. Actually, no. I think Lot did beat.
I think they beat, but it wasn't like anything crazy, and that their guidance stayed the same to previously stated.
Solar up, man. Where were you with me on Saturday? Cinda could use the 3-iron. Could have used it on Saturday, man. Jesus, spent all day in the car driving around. Anyway, Eli, Callaway Golf. Let's pull up a daily. Look at this thing. Let's pull up a weekly. Look at this beast. Breakout City. Let's go to a monthly.
Insane.
Look at this. Breakout City on a monthly. This thing is all-time highs. No, not quite. I lied.
It's not quite. Yeah, 33 is your all-time.
Look at this. If you bought Callaway Golf in 1997 at $30, you got your money back. Got your money back today. Well, this year.
Oh my goodness. Does it at least pay a dividend so Joel could be happy?
I don't know, actually.
I doubt it.
Let's find out. Does anyone know if Callaway pays a dividend? I don't know if they do. No, they don't.
Yeah, didn't think so. Not that type of stock. But, I mean, we've got a few minutes here. Is there any other, unless, of course, you got some other news, but I got to ask you.
Yeah.
You've got the graphic, I know, in your possession. I've got a few companies I'm taking a look at. I don't really have any positions. I might play lottos. But Jumia, you had Citron Research dude on here. So, let's see how that plays out. So I'm looking at Jumia, Fubu TV, another one of those SPACs type situations. Or at least I thought they were a SPAC.
It wasn't SPAC, but they uplisted the OTC.
That's what it was. And you've got Vizio. I think that's their first report since going public, because they just went public a few months ago. And then you've got PLBY. That's been another one that's been from like 10 to 60s to coming back a little bit. And then your beloved personal on Disney as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Alibaba is big on Thursday. I'm watching that.
Do me a favor, check if Coinbase is, because I know Coinbase was when I looked it up, but I think that could be another big one, unless I'm completely wrong about their reporting.
You're saying they don't? They're on our calendar. They're confirmed for the 13th.
They are, right? Okay, because I had double checked a couple of places and I didn't know. But yeah, so that's, I mean, not a lot of volume in terms of quality company, but definitely some phenomenal, interesting ones that are reporting this week.
Yeah. All right, Jay's saying I should look at golf as well. Ticker golf. Yeah. Okay.
Is that like a ETF of golf or what is it?
Oh no, it's another golf company.
Oh, okay.
They golf courses. Oh, and they own Titleist. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Out of the companies that report, before we go live on camera, I need you to tell me one company that you think will beat and one company that you think will just go bad.
Where's that graphic?
We didn't prepare for this, so don't blame Spencer if he gets it wrong. One
company that will beat. Well,
let me put it this way: one company where the ticker will go up.
Okay.
The next morning, and one ticker where it'll go gap down. Put it that way.
Okay. From this list.
Any day of the week.
Okay. Give me 2 seconds. I need to compare with some other stocks here.
I like it. So we're going with the sympathy plays. I like it.
Yeah. We're doing exactly that. So okay, here's my answer. Oh wait, did they report already? No, they did not. Okay, here's my answer for going up.
All right.
Even though they're a dog compared to their friends, EA.
Okay. How did ATVI do?
Pretty good.
Okay.
Now, EA is a dog compared to Activision and Take-Two, but
I used to love EA.
There's my pick for stock goes up after earnings. Stock goes down after earnings. Put this one in the books. DoorDash. I don't care what DoorDash says. I don't care what they say on Thursday. They're going down.
Was Citron short them as well? I remember he commented. I watched your interview, which was awesome. You had like 1,000 people on. But was he short them and he covered, I think?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think he covered.
Okay.
Wendy's is not bad for a beat.
Yeah. To me, I think a beat might be Fubu. Just because of the
James Deal, they've been talking about the Wendy's breakfast for like 3 years. So they tried and failed to launch breakfast like 3 times now.
I have to say, out of like Uber Eats and DoorDash is probably my least favorite food delivery service. No question.
What do you mean? What even is the difference?
Just in terms of like the service that I get, I have less issues on Uber Eats than I do on DoorDash. And I feel like the fees and whatnot sometimes are less as well.
Okay.
Just my personal experience in the Georgia area. But I will say before I go, tried to order food yesterday. Literally, it was a $20 delivery fee for a place that was maybe 2 miles away.
That's messed up.
On DoorDash. And I was like, close app. You're lucky I didn't delete it. But anyway.
It's messed up, man. That's messed up.
Appreciate you having me on, though. This was fun.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Junaid.
Absolutely. Talk soon.
All right. Okay, guys, it is 4:30. We don't have anything on the slate for right now. Ryan Rosbiani not available today. So our next show is Money Mitch at 6 in an hour and a half, and Making Bread with Cheds at 7, followed by the Rail Report at 8. Yeah, I had fun though hanging out with you guys. This was a lot of fun. Curious who you guys think or stocks are going to go up on their report this week and go down on their report this week. When is Coin Report? Buy dips and hodl. It's up on the screen right now. Coinbase reports Thursday. Thursday, where is it? Thursday afternoon. Thursday after the close is Coinbase right there. This chart can be found on Twitter. You have Benzinga Pro. Go into the earnings calendar, and it's right there all the time. So I mentioned this morning that the small cap conference, the next small cap conference is this week, and I teased a trailer and did not get to play because we were out of time. I'm going to play that trailer right now. This is going to be Thursday and Friday right here on Benzinga's YouTube. We're not going to have our usual stuff on those 2 days. So we'll have pre-market prep. We'll have like some evening stuff, but we won't have anything during the day, and this is why. bzsmallcap.com. Check it out for tickets, how to register, sign up, get behind the scenes access, ask questions. The whole thing is there. Matt, that was you. What's up, man?
What's up, man?
Are you leaving now?
Yeah.
Finally.
I'll be there tomorrow.
Oh, all right, I'll be in tomorrow, he says. So he says. All right.
Maybe come back on the show tomorrow.
Oh, now he wants to come back on tomorrow. Of course he does. Of course he does. All right, guys, that'll be a wrap for me here today. If you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that like button. Yeah, you know you want to. Hit the like button. I know you do. Please remember, all the information from our show is meant to be used as informational purposes, not for investing or trading advice. Please always remember that. Every show of ours has that disclaimer up. Or if it doesn't, it should. Okay, Benzinga Pro, pro.benzinga.com. Enter code YouTube20. YouTube20 will get you 20% off any Benzinga Pro subscription. I mentioned the conference. I mentioned Benzinga Pro. Subscribe if you haven't already. Benzinga on YouTube and Benzinga Clips. It's our highlights channel. And that's a wrap for me here. So like I said, next show, not till 6 Eastern, Money Mitch, followed by Making Bread with Ched, followed by Rail Report. So we're going into the night as we do every day on this channel. Everyone, I hope you had a good day. I know days like today are tough, right? Not a lot of green on the screen, not a lot positive to speak of. Roblox is up nicely now in the after-hour session. Had a pretty brutal day. RBLX now up after the close, which you'll like to see that. Who else do we have today? We had Space, we had Win. Let's take a look at those. I'll bring up my chart so you can see. Win up nicely. Space down. Any revenue, these guys? I don't think they do. 3D Systems. Gonna get there. Oh my God. 3D Systems. Look at that beat. Guys, right where my mouse is. Look at that. 17 cents versus a 2-cent estimate. 2 cents. They beat by 15 cents. Sales of $146 versus $136 million. So a huge EPS beat and also a big sales beat for 3D. Let's see if they have any guidance or anything. Yeah, the chart up. Man, big beat. Dennis's stock. Yeah, blind trader. I hear you, man. They can't all be good days. All right. Hope tomorrow is a better day for y'all. I'll be back with you as always. Until then, have a good evening. I will see you from Money Mitch at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And before I end it, I just want to confirm that this video will redirect straight to this. And it's not. So we're going to set the redirect right now. And now the redirect is set. We're good. All right. Everyone, that's a wrap.